I just finished putting this little stone step in. It has real stone underneath it and a limestone fret on top. I'm going to show you how I did it. Today we're going to put a step in front of this door. The door opens here, so that's where we're going to divide it, because when you walk out you want to divide. So we just put this here for a sample to see what the height of the stone was going to be. The very first thing I'm going to do is cut this stone. I'm going to cut it because I want to use a piece for the pattern. That's the biggest reason I'm cutting it. Now this is the stone I picked up. It's just flagstone. Bits and pieces of everything. So I made this stone first. I cut my stone because it's going to be a pattern. So I know my stone's going to come out to there. And I want my stone to stop about right there. So I know right there is where my stone's going to be. And the same thing on the other side. And look at it here. And I get a square one, like this, put it in, and I know, just by looking at it, I want my stone to go there. That's what we call laying it out dry. Now here's a job I did 10 years ago, and I got to match the stone. So I'm going to face the stone to match the steps. So when you get a stone like this, you just face it to match. It gives it that rough look, like that. That'll be my first stone over there. Here's what I'm doing. When you step off the door, this is going to be 5-inch step. This is going to be a 5-inch step. So I got to put my line level so that when I lay my bottom out, everything's going to match. That's why you have to lay everything out dry. I keep explaining it. Lay it out dry, let the owner look at it, whoever, and then you know you're right. Now, got the height of my step, and that's my line. So I know all I got to do is fill in this space right here. Just like that. I'm going to trim this up a little bit so it matches the other stonework. Like that, that's okay. See that? That'll go in there like that. And maybe we'll do something different here. What I'm doing is laying everything out dry, so that when I mix my cement, it's all ready to go. Just like that. Get a little color. Just like that. See that? It's all working. A little piece in there like that. It's like building a little retaining wall. Keep looking for something that will fit. Like that. This one got a bump on it. Clean this up. Like that. So as you can see, what I did is I laid it out all dry before I mixed any cement. This is perfectly level. I know when I put my capstone on exactly where it's going to be. I got my 5 inches there, I got my 5 inches there, and I got a pitch so the water comes off of it. So it's all ready to go. So now I'm going to mix the cement and put it in. So what I'm going to do now is just cement it in. It don't have to be a big deal. All you're doing is holding the stones, because what really holds all these stones is gravity. G-R-A-V-O-D-Y, gravity. I learned that from studying physics and Einstein and everything. That's all I'm doing, just like that. I'm getting to my heights, just putting a little bit in to where I want it to be, just like that. No big deal. And I'm not showing any joints, because I gotta look like the rest of the building. So, just like that. No big deal. Notice I got the black paper down, so I don't make a mess. I don't want to make a mess. So that's all done. The front's all done. So now I'm going to just fill in the back with other junk. And this is no big deal. This is the same way they built the castles in the old days, the old churches, the old buildings. You just fill it up with junk. Anything that works. Just like that. Then you fill in the open spaces. And actually, if you're looking at it, it's almost like a stone patio. You could leave it that way. We're going to put the stone on top because our weather in Pennsylvania is brutal. Keep doing it this way, just like that. Fill in all these spaces. Just like that. Careful, don't go away from the line. Fill them in. It's one solid piece. Just like that. Well, I get the stone. Just wash the dust off the bottom. Makes it stick a little better. All depending on what job you do. I'm just going to get it ready. Put the stone on. Real thin base. It's only less than 6 feet. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm not worried about that. Just grab it on the end here. And go right up in. Pick it up again. Drop it in. Perfect. That's it. We get our measurements here. 5 inches. 5 inches. Tap it down. Tap it in with the rubber hammer. Always get yourself a rubber hammer. Make sure you got a good pitch on it. See, that is level. That's a good pitch. Check it again. 5 inches, 5 inches. Perfect. Stone's done. What I'm doing is I'm cutting black paper away. Like that. Now it looks good. Everything kind of matches. We didn't make a mess out of everything. All done. I'm going to talk about that job a little bit. You could buy those stone threads anywhere you want in a brick supply company, and sometimes a landscaping supply company will have them. And the stones I use, sometimes they just pick them up along the street. They're real stones. They're not going to fade away or go bad. I call them God-made stones. They last a lot longer than any fake stuff. So when you're driving along the road, you see some laying around, pick them up. The pitch. I always look for, when they walk out the door, where do I put that 5-inch pitch, or where do I make it absolutely even so there's not one step that's uneven, the other step is even. Black paper. put the black paper down, I put the cement on top, and then I cut around it. The only thing is holding that stone down is gravity. You can go to these, they have these companies that sell step units, concrete step units, and they come in with the crane and they put a whole set of steps down in front and they just lay it on gravel. Nothing saying have to cement it to stone. I'd rather have it floating a little bit so that the underneath cracked, it wouldn't crack the stone. So you gotta, every situation's different, you gotta look at it. There's no right and wrong way to do masonry as long as it works in your area. And you see when I'm working with stone, I usually have a rubber hammer. That keeps the stone from chipping. I got my little t-shirts here in the description box if you're interested. So I hope you get something out of these videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mike Haduck. Until next time.